Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. This is my favorite time, and that is talking about abundance and money and what's going to happen next and so on. So I'm going to pick out 3 cards, and these are non-conventional cards for my readings, but I don't know, I felt drawn to them today. So let's see what comes up here. All right, so we've got pile number 1, pile number 2, and come on, pile number 3. All right, so I'm going to leave them up for just a quick sec, and then we'll get started shortly, so stick around. Woo! Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at abundance today. You know, it's funny because it says here, new romantic cycle begins, okay? But to me, this is a card that is also telling me that that cycle begins for you, not just in romance, but also in financials. And especially we're seeing the Libra sign with the new moon. So obviously new opportunities are coming ahead, balancing money, balancing relationships. It's a true factor. And also when you balance relationships, you also balance your books, right? Because if you have a good relationship with somebody, honestly, like, this is also going to make your abundance greater in every single way. So let's see what else we've got going on here. Oh my dear Lord. Okay, so now they're all popping out. So let's see. So we've got destiny and we've got breakthrough. All right, so it says, for destiny, it is not the stars, but in yourself. And for breakthrough, for a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. All right, pretty much, I feel like with the new moon in Libra, we're looking at your destiny. We're looking at things that are happening in your life right now that are going to be in abundance for you. So pile number 1, I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening here. Let's see what the tarots have to say. And we'll also bring out the little tiny abundance cards, which I truly love as well. So we've got the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Temperance. Okay, so I feel like this is, again, we're looking at direction here. We're looking at that new path, the beginning. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that is going to be pertaining with this new path of yours, even a job, maybe a job, even a relationship or a journey per se that you haven't really started yet, but it's coming into play. That is actually going to give you a lot of enjoyment and it's going to give you a lot of satisfaction. Okay, we're seeing the Temperance with the balancing and also carrying that fruit. Okay, so I feel like it's taking on a lot of that impact, that emotions, and carries it forward with you, carries it for you, so you don't have to do the heavy lifting on that. Okay, it's like balancing things out for you while you're kind of taking that new direction in mind. All right, so we see the 6 of Wands and the 3 of Cups. So remember how I said that sometimes this also with a romantic cycle, this has to do with people. All right. So when we're looking at your abundance and we're looking at how to make money and everything else, is by improving also relationships. And I feel like with the 6 of Wands and also the 3 of Cups, that you're improving your relationships, and therefore it's going to be actually more abundant for you. And there's going to be more situations where people are going to be doing more things for you. Okay, creating opportunities for you, being or mingling with people in order to be successful. So like, say for example, your LinkedIn account, right? All of a sudden you start mingling a little bit more with people that are in different aspects, and all of a sudden they start reaching out to you, and now you have all these new connections out there, okay, that are going to be bringing you to that next level. Maybe a new job opportunity, maybe also a new path in life, maybe a new destiny, right? So let's see what else comes up. All right, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Father of Cups. All right. Okay, so this is not going to be for everybody, but I'm going to say this right now, that some of you are going to be actually receiving good news from somebody that you know, somebody that you've been working with or working hard to earn trust with. And they are actually going to be very much enthusiastic about what that news is going to be. And it's going to be shared because of your hard work and hard earnings. All right. It's going to also bring you a lot more abundance with the Nine of Pentacles. So there's going to be that news that's coming in that's going to be actually giving you, by this person, that is going to give you more abundance. All right. Whether it's some could be, you know, a raise. Some of you could be a next up title or something like that. I feel like this is coming in very soon for you. So we've got the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Six of Cups, and the Two of Swords. All right. It's kind of like something, some of you might be actually seeing this as changes in your family, changes in how people are perceiving you. Maybe there was that situation where people thought, hey, maybe you're, you know, you're not this or you're not that, and they weren't seeing you as for who you are. And this comes to, and you're like, well, what does this have to do with money? I'm telling you, this has to do with money because I feel like you needed to impress people. So you were trying to impress family, whatever it is, friends, whatever, by showing off, okay? And I feel like that they weren't really seeing you for who you were. So I feel like that these connections that you're bringing in is also going to see people, or going to affect people, and making them see you for who you are, not just whatever quantity or quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to be seeing you for what you truly are and what you aspire. So they're not just money value or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we've got the Three of Swords and also the Ten of Cups. So again, we're seeing the three again. And to me, believe it or not, the three, this particular three looks to me like an opening, all right? An opening for new things happening. An opening for joy and happiness. You see, like the colors in the middle. It's kind of like, I want to show you a little bit of what's to come, but I'm not going to show you everything. Okay, it's going to be locked in there for now until we figure everything else out. Okay, but I feel like that this is like an emotional barrier for you too, because even though it's just showing you a little bit of what you want, this is also showing you what you can achieve. All right. So if you didn't have any goals at this particular time, and you didn't think that you were going to be affected in any certain way by your finances, I feel like this is now the time to actually think things through and see what new opportunities lie ahead. That breakthrough moment that is not as a destruction, but as a birth, okay, it's kind of written in the stars already for you. So I feel like these new cycles coming into your life are going to be all having to do with relationships that you're building. It's not just about money, all right? I can tell you, hey, you're going to make this much money, or you're going to whatever. And some of you, like, you're going to see that influence happening here. And some of you are going to be looking at those possibilities with those connections. But it's also the way that people view you, all right? View the way you are. And they don't see you as, whether it's a paycheck, or they don't see you as, you know, maybe you don't make as much money, right? And people are like, oh, that's, you know, Joe who doesn't really make too much money, and they perceive you as such, all right? So it's almost like taking people's conception about what you are, or like who you are, and not what you are. So I guess it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that because I feel like that I've already made my consensus on that. All right, and my little candle burned out, so I'm gonna have to replace that one here shortly. All right, let's get in touch with my little mini money cards and see what they have in store for you, pal number one. And let's see. All right, I'm feeling this one kind of came out. My bills are paid. XOXO, happy. New ways to make enough money. And the 222 correct path to achieve financial security. So nothing new here, except that you're going to see these numbers pop up. All right, the 555s, the 222s. I feel like 222 is a very regular number that I see as well. Also, I see 111s a lot, but I feel like 555 and 222 are going to be those imminent numbers that you're going to be seeing right now to get you going into the right path. All right. New ways to make money. We've established that. Your correct path to achieve financial security by connections, right? Getting your connections, but you also are always going to have your bills paid. I don't think that there's going to be any time or any time elapsing where you cannot make those bills, whether it's making them tomorrow or in a week from now. That's the only exception, but pretty much you're going to be able to make it work regardless. Okay, so pile number one, hopefully this makes sense to you. If you do, like, share, subscribe, and hopefully we will see you next time. Hasta luego. Hello, pile number two. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your finances and seeing what the hell's going on here. Anyways, we've got expect powerful change. All right, the new moon in eclipse. All right, eclipses are always beautiful, and even though some of them are stronger than others, I find, depending, I guess, where you are at the time. This one here, in particularly with all the colors illuminating it, I feel like this is such a beautiful energy, especially with the purples happening. And also the whites, right? The light within, all right? The light on the top of your head that's coming out with new ideas, new creative situations, and also how to make money, all right? So, let's get started with the little tiny ones here that I have, and see what other messages we can get here for your abundance and how this ties up with your expect powerful change. All right. All right, I feel this one is popping up. Evolve, the cosmic potential flows through you. All right, so as expected, powerful changes come with evolving and seeing new situations come to light. So let's see what else pile number two needs to know about their finance. All right, actually, you know what? We're going to put this one, I had it already up. And then we've got the 3 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and what else do we have? All right, and we've got the 10 of Cups. All right, so I know we're talking about finances here, and I feel like some of you have had financial struggles for quite some time, and now it's finally coming to a point that it's a little bit at ease. All right, so I'm not going to say that it's going to be like, woo, everything's just going to be like awesome and you're going to make an abundance of money and you're going to be a millionaire. I mean, you can, and I hope so, and I wish for everybody to have enough money to go around. But I'm just saying that somewhere down the line you've had a lot of struggles in your life, and now right now you're feeling that sense of calmness and relief that everything's going okay. I feel like you're emotionally stable and balanced right now in order to make additional decisions and powerful changes in your life. All right, it's called making those tough decisions that you maybe weren't able to see when you were actually in that point where you felt like in a struggle and you felt like everything was just not going well, and now you're kind of like, okay, I got this, I understand, and now I can move forward. So let's see what else we've got going on. All right, so there's the 2 of, I can't even think. Okay, the 2 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups in reverse. This actually came out for a different, I think it was last reading as well, and exactly the same. So obviously maybe I didn't shuffle enough, but they wanted to put this out there for you as well, pile number 2. So therefore, here it is. Okay, I feel like it's almost a strong message like the previous one, is that you're kind of looking, you haven't been able to see things clearly before. And I'm saying before because I feel like it's the same energy with the 3 here. All right, we're seeing that this has not been that clear moment for you, but we also see here that the 6 of Cups is reflecting that energy of being grounded and seeing things that have not been seen before, and especially with your moods, your energy, and so forth. I feel like whatever was actually you needed to keep an eye on, or something that has been bothering you, it's finally being released, and you don't feel that pressure anymore to see that happening anymore. And this is where that Nine of Pentacles comes in, okay? So I'm seeing that there's that switch, that change, all right? So it's all about, this is not just about money, it's all about emotions, it's all about kind of taking yourself to the next level in order to be able to have that new way of evolving into that new pattern and new set of emotions in order to proceed with your financials. All right, so we've got the Father of Cups, a strong situation. Again, we've got the Father of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So we're looking at a situation that is going to be coming through for you. Pound number 2, which is going to have a strong person that is also going to be, for some of you, it might be somebody that you know that is emotionally attached to you, or maybe even a family member that's going to be giving you some news in regards to something that you've been putting either aside or you've been working hard to manifest or put out there. Even hard work, hard labor. And I feel like they're going to come up with some kind of situation or message for you that is going to be something very much giving you an insight of something new that is coming your way. All right, with the Three of Wands, there's that energy that's coming in with all the colors in between that you're going to see a glimpse of, but you're not going to see it all come up at the same time. So it's just going to be, this is a little snip of what you're going to be getting, but it's not everything, okay? You gotta do some more work in order to get to that point. Now, it's funny because when I feel like, when I say work, I almost feel like it comes with heaviness, right? And I'm not saying that I'm saying that. I just feel like the heaviness from others, when you say work, it's like, oh my God, do I really have to put all that extra effort into making an extra dime? Okay, no, this is not what I'm saying about work. What I'm saying is that when we put in the work and people like it and enjoy it, they will come back, all right? So if, say for example, I actually had a person that I deal with, and they specifically requested this specific person for this particular job. And the reason was because they had done it before and they did an enormous, like stupendous work with them, that they said, you know what, we don't really want to work with somebody else. We want to work with this person because they already know and they did such a good job last time. That's what I'm talking about. All right, is doing that job and people noticing that you're doing such a good job. So that's where I think this is also leading you to, is that making that extra effort is going to be a gaining moment for you. It's like holding the cards or holding the sword for you. It's like putting all that effort is also going to make you feel more confident about what you do, and that confidence is going to be in also in monetary value coming in through. I see this with the Eight of Pentacles. You know, working like harder for it is actually going to achieve more than that. It's like being harmonious with your money right now is also great balancing. So we see the Tower here, and I'm going to add here with the Two of Cups. All right, so pound number 2, let's just put this out there, okay? Maybe it's time to actually think of your patterns, your emotional patterns, and somebody that may be affecting you, that you actually need to be get them out of your life before it strikes, okay? So I'm not saying that this is somebody in a relationship. I'm saying somebody that you're very close to that is not really looking out for your best interest, especially in your finances. Maybe they're putting a barrier into your finances. Maybe you have a partnership with somebody and then they're not really pulling their part, and you have to do a lot more in order to gain that. Maybe it's time to part with a position that is really not really working out for you. Doesn't necessarily mean this has to be anything about love. It has to do with some partnership that is going on with you and work, or with you and money, with you and then whatever it is. So whatever it is, you have to be able to recognize it and be able to part with it. Because the Tower is saying, you know what, you can't continue on a quest when somebody is hindering you to do so. All right, so let's see what else. We've got the Son of Wands. All right, so that is where I wanted to and I wanted to make that clear here with the Son of Wands here as well, is that the actual, it could be also a journey too. It could be the journey with somebody, like I mentioned before. It doesn't have to be a partner. It can also be, you know, somebody that you work with, or even a journey of a job, right? A specific job. So let's see what else we've got in our money little abundance and see what we can get. A new job offer. Talking about opportunities over here. Let's see what else we've got. I will get the promotion. Wow, you certainly will. And opportunities ahead. Okay, so my little handy abundance cards are basically narrating exactly what I just said before. All right, we're talking about new job opportunities here. We're looking at opportunities in general that are coming your way, the powerful changes that are going to be moving on. And we also see with the Father of Cups and the 7 that there will be possibly promotion or some news that you're going to be seeing a little bit of here in the future, in the near future. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining. I think that this sums it all up. If you like it, please subscribe, like, share, and hopefully we will see you next time. Hasta luego. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you so much for joining. We're looking at your abundance and what's going on, all right? Okay, so we've got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And I put it specifically like this just because of the way that the lighting is, so you can see it better. And let's get started and see what else we've got for you. All right, so prosperity lies ahead. What a powerful message already. So clearly this looks like it's going to be good. All right, so we've got the dark. Take a moment to sit under the star-speckled sky, listening to the crickets and breathing in the cool air. And dream. Wish upon a star. All right. So with prosperity, we're looking at the new moon in Taurus. So it does, you know, have a lot of darkness within the moon, but that doesn't always necessarily mean anything bad. It's just saying to reflect on things and listen to the crickets and breathing cool night air in order to be able to make deciding choices in your life, especially with the dream, wish upon a star. Anything can happen in your current situation. So let's see what pile number 3 needs to know. All right. So right off the bat, let's just go in order here. So we've got the Temperance, the Ace of Swords, and the Devil. Pile number 3. The first thing that I'm getting here with this Ace of Swords and the Devil is almost like you signed a contract for something that was not aligning with what you wanted, or maybe you wanted it, but it's not aligning to where you are right now. You're looking for changes right now and making prosperity in a different way, okay? So maybe before you were doing something that you didn't align with, like you did align with at the time. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say here, because the first thing that I see, it's just keep on seeing this contract. It's like you sign your soul to the devil kind of thing. But then I'm seeing that you really, really want to get out of it, and that you really, really want to do something else. So which means that there's that change of the way you're thinking, what you want to do next in your life. And that has to do maybe with whatever contract you've signed before that you're trying to get out of. Or if you have, that is even better, because I feel like that this is where things are going to be changing for you. Maybe possibly that's where that sitting in the dark might be also, right? Just making some changes. So we've got the 8 of Cups and the Hermit. So you're being guided to a new direction. All right, you're being guided to a new whatever opportunity, job, whatever it is, new opportunities that lie ahead with abundance as well. You need to leave something behind, which I'm seeing this clearly with the Devil card, that things they're not as they seem, and that you need to kind of leave this behind, and that you're going to be guided to a new direction where it's also going to be leading you into a different abundance. Okay, so we've got the Sun here. See what a difference. Okay, so it's like guiding you into the sun, guiding you from the dark into the sun. We see how the changes of situation here. We got the light first, and then we've got the power of the sun. Okay, changing that attitude, changing that perspective in order for you to be getting what you need out of it. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune again. We're moving in a different direction. Things might be a little bit tough at the beginning, all right? And it might be hard to actually see where this is going, all right? Maybe you feel like somebody stabbed you in the back. Maybe you feel like you're stabbing somebody in the back by changing whatever positions, mindset, whatever it is that you're changing, and releasing of that contract. It's going to be really tough for you to get out of it, though. So for some of you, maybe this contract has some additional influences in there that you can't really part immediately shortly after, but I feel like that things are going to be changing for you. It's like they're kind of like pushing you down, but there's no way that they, like, nobody can actually do something to you because that light is within you. All right, it was just kind of pushed down for a while. So maybe you were very much, like I said, something that happened, transpired, and now you're kind of seeing finally the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. And I feel like that is the right direction for you. So we're seeing the Three of Pentacles. We're seeing that financially things are going to be coming back up, that things are going to be moving ahead, and you're even... some of you might be even going into a new partnership or a three-way with somebody. Maybe this is the job that you see. You have to see 3 people in order to get this position or whatnot. This is unclear to you yet because it hasn't been shown all the cards, but we're seeing, again, we're seeing the light coming in. So we're seeing that this information is going to be coming into you. Sorry, I feel like that even though we're looking at prosperity and abundance, I feel like that this reading also has to do a lot with what is happening currently that is kind of blocking you from being able to do so. So it's kind of like we're trying to see what is happening so that you can actually get to that point. All right. I'm very struck by the sun here, but I also see that there's still some kind of barriers that you have to go through in order to be able to get to that prosperity. And because it says here prosperity lies ahead, it's not really telling you that prosperity is right now in this imminent moment. Okay, so it's telling you that it's going to be coming ahead. All right, so once you leave all this, this is when prosperity is going to be showing up in your door, knocking at it. Okay, and you're going to be able to receive it with open arms. So we're seeing the 7 here of Wands, and we're seeing the Mother Sword in reverse. It's kind of like somebody's just kind of like, no, you know, you're gonna have to do this. You're gonna have to do this way. And it's like putting their foot down, almost like the struggle is going to be over though. Like they can't make you do anything anymore. Maybe that is the reason why. It's because all of this that's transpiring is because they had a hold on you, but now they don't have one anymore. The Father of Cups, the Daughter of Wands, and the okay. So, okay, for some of you, this could be something that had to do with a partnership that you had to break this up, okay? And for others, it could be, again, with this work relationship that needs to be parted, and there is a female and male. Okay, that's kind of how I see this. Now the male is kind of like a stronger situation, stronger, but the female also has a lot of ties in the mix in what is being said. So whether or not they've said something that was, you know, destructive to your work environment or destructive in whatever it is, that would be the female's perspective on that, and me pretending that things were going to be okay and certainly weren't. But that's where I'm seeing the cut ties, and that's going to happen. So let's see what else my little money cards say about your prosperity that lies ahead, and seeing what do we get out of this. All right, so I'm feeling this one. So we've got wait 1 year for wealth. All right, fair enough. A new path opens. There you go. And I'm moving from poorness to riches. So obviously it's telling you money's coming. All right, so obviously it's telling you that this is going to all happen within the next year. All right, that you're moving ahead from whatever poorness, whatever happened, and a new path is going to be opening for you, which we clearly have already seen here. And I don't think that I can really tell you anything else that you don't already know. All right, so with that being said, thank you so much for joining. If you like this video, you'd like to like, share, you know, subscribe, that would be great. And hopefully we will see you next time. Hasta luego.